Okay, so we are down to your last three na modules. So for your electrical engineering. So we have your alternators, or this is your AC generators. Okay? So ano nga ba ang alternators or AC generators? So that is an electrical generator that converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. So, para lang rin siyang DC generator. Ang pinagkaiba nga lang is yung input mo is, um, or yung output mo, I should say, is alternating current or AC. Okay? So, take note po, yung ating synchronous generator or an alternator is based on your Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, that whenever there is a cutting of flux, okay, so meron pong nabubuong EMF, or EMF is induced, okay? So that is by the relative motion of conductors and the magnetic flux causing the cuts of magnetic flux, okay? So here is a sample of um, generator, okay? So ito yung ating rotor, okay? Rotor part. Okay, so wherein nandito yung generation ng generator. Okay? So we have here the field poles. Okay? So yan yung ano natin dito, magnetic poles natin. So we have the north, the south, north and south. So yan. Okay? So yung mga poles natin. Okay? So let's move on to your alternator terminology. So for your alternators, so ang i-discuss ko na lang dito is yung computation portion ng ating alternators. Okay? So let's have this one. So when we say cycle, so means from the point of view to where the waveform starts to repeat itself. For example, we have here a sinusoidal wave. Okay, so here, dito yung start, then it will compass a positive half cycle, negative half cycle, then uulitin niya yung kanyang sarili until such time magkaroon ulit ng positive and negative half cycle. And this portion here, so ito, yung buong ito, so this is what we call a cycle. Okay? So cycle. So take note po for the number of cycles dito. So this is equal to the number of pair of poles. Okay? So since meron tayong North Pole and South Pole, so that is two poles already. Okay? So for the number of cycles, so that is P over 2. Okay? Wherein your P is the number of poles. Okay? So sige, i-try na natin discuss tong number 1 ninyo. So the number of cycles produced by a 10-pole alternator in a single revolution is blank. So we are given, or we are asked to determine the number of cycles. So therefore, this is equal only to P over 2. Okay, so ilan yung ating poles? So this is 10. So 10 over 2. So this is now equal to 5 cycles. So that is letter B. Okay? So punta naman tayo sa mechanical degrees and electrical degrees. So ito, medyo iba yung ano natin dito when iba yung ating angle when it comes to mechanical and electrical. Okay, so nahingo na natin to mechanical degrees. When we say mechanical degrees, this is refers to the physical rotation of the rotor in relation to a fixed reference point. Kumbaga yan yung physical na pag-iikot or pag-ikot ng ating rotor. Okay? So that is typically measured in degrees or radians. And while electrical degrees, so ano naman ito? It relates to the angle between the stator magnetic field and the rotor in terms of electrical cycle. So dito na papasok yung ating um, pagkakat, okay, nung ating magnetic field or ng ating magnetic lines of flux, okay? Dito. Okay? So take note po kapag perpendicular sila sa isa't isa, so therefore there is a maximum cutting of flux, okay? So therefore yung may induce mo na voltage diyan or EMF is maximum. Okay? Ayan. So yan yung electrical degrees naman na yun. Okay? So, paano po ba natin makukuha yung ating electrical degrees? Okay, so yung electrical degrees natin can be computed with this. Okay, so yung ating electrical degrees in angle degrees also. So, this is equal to 180 times P. Okay, wherein your P is the number of poles. Okay? So how about naman kapag binigyan ka ng mechanical degrees, gawin mo siyang electrical degrees. Okay? So that is now equal to what? So electrical degrees is equal to yung ating mechanical degrees multiplied by P over 2. Okay? So sige, try nating sagutan tong number 2. So for a particular purpose, 40 pole alternator, so the number of poles is 40. So we are asked to find the electrical degrees produced in every revolution. So yung ating theta E. Okay, so take note lang po. So the number of um, electrical degrees or that is theta E is equal to what? So this is the number of poles times yung 180 or 180p. So therefore, this is now 180 multiplied by 40. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 180 multiplied by 40. So this is equal to 7,200. So therefore, this is letter C. Okay, so let's have number 3. So alternators are usually designed to generate blank. Okay, so ano po ang ginagawa ng alternators natin? So this is used to generate definite frequencies. Letter C. Because isa lang ang frequency natin sa bawat system. So hindi siya magkakaroon ng variable frequency. So therefore, mali na to. So definite currents, hindi rin. Kasi yung ating system is depende yan sa ikakabit nating load. So kung may maglataas tayo ng malaki or magkakabit tayo ng malaking load, malaking kuryente. Kapag binawasan natin yan, magbabago. Okay? So therefore, this is not correct. So we have also letter D, definite power factor. Sabi nga natin, ang ating power factor is nakadepende sa load pa rin na kinoconnect natin. Okay? So kung siya ba ay leading or lagging. So therefore, this is not correct. Okay? So ang pinaka-answer dito is letter C. Okay, so let's have number 4. Okay, so punta na tayo sa um, ano natin, pitch factor or chording factor. So, KP. So, this is KP. Okay? So, ano po ba ang pitch factor or chording factor? So, siya ay nire-relate sa isang coil span. Okay? So, ano nga ba ang coil span? So, distance between the two sides of a coil. So, for example, here, so we have here the picture. So, yung coil side 1 natin, papasok siya dun sa ating coil side 2 or lalabas, I should say. Lalabas dun sa coil side 2. So, yung side na to, this is the north, and yung side na to, this is the south. Okay? Ayan. So, take note lang. So, kapag meron tayong coil span na 180 degrees electrical, so this is what we call your full pitch coil. Sir, meron po bang instances na hindi po 180 degrees electrical ang ating coil span? The answer is yes. Okay? Diyan napapasok yung tinatawag nating short pitch. Okay? So, ano naman tong short pitch natin dito? So, for example, si coil side 1, dito, so instead na dito siya papunta sa location na yan, medyo, ano siya, kumbaga, maso-short siya ng konti. Okay? So, yun yung right term doon. Maso-short siya ng konti. So, kumbaga, hindi siya pumasok doon sa eksaktong papasukan sana forming a 180 degrees. For example, siya lang ay 150 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang short na slot na hindi papasukan. Okay? Ayan. So, sige. Let's move on. So, ano nga ba yung pitch na yan? Okay? So, yung mga pinagsasabi ko kaninang 150 degrees, 180 degrees. So, dito na papasok yung pitch natin. So, ano nga ba ang pitch? So, this is the coil span in the number of slots over slots per pole. Okay? And your KP now, or your pitch factor, is equal to sine of 90 times your pitch. So, particularly, yung pitch na to, this is your fractional pitch. So, sometimes, yung ating ano dito, KP natin is, inaano natin, nire-relate natin sa short pitch. So, pwede rin naman yun. So, yung KP natin is equal to cosine ng 90 degrees multiplied by your short pitch. So, pwede rin yan. Okay? So, sige. Number 4. So, if the fractional pitch of the alternator winding is 4 over 5, then the pitch factor is blank. Okay? So, just to illustrate you. So, ito 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung 4 over 5 na yan? So, for example, no, dito siya papasok sa 1. Then, lalabas siya papunta sa 4. Okay? So, yan yung 4 over 5. Full pitch siya na siya kung dito siya. So, pupunta sa 1, then lalabas sa 5. Okay? Ito yung full pitch. Ito naman, fractional pitch. Okay? At ito, yung portion na to, this is your short pitch. So, kung 4 over 5 yung ating fractional pitch, so therefore, yung ating short pitch dito is 1 over 5. Okay? So, check natin. Okay, dito. So, take note lang po, fractional pitch or your pitch is equal to 4 over 5. So, therefore, pwede natin kunin yung KP natin is equal to sine of 90 times yung ating pitch. So, therefore, this is equal to sine ng 90 multiplied by 4 over 5. So, therefore, this is now equal to 1. So, sine ng 90 multiplied by 4 over 5. So, this is equal to, okay, 0.951. So, since this is a factor, this is unitless. Okay? So, pwedeng yan or pwede rin yung short pitch. So, yung short pitch natin or SP, so this is equal to 1 over 5. So, therefore, kung i-check natin siya using short pitch, so this is equal to cosine ng 90 multiplied by your short pitch. So, this is now equal to cosine ng 90 multiplied by 1 over 5. parehas rin siya. So, palitan lang natin to ng cosine, then 1/5. So, parehas lang. So, sa sine, dito, at sa cosine, parehas lang rin siya. Okay, this is letter D. Okay? So, next, number 5. So, calculate the pitch factor, Kp. So, ano daw yung Kp natin? So, for an alternator having 36 stator slots, so yung slots is 36 poles, 4 coil span is 1 to 8. Okay? So, ano nga pa ulit yung ating Kp? So, pwede sigurong fractional pitch na lang yung gamitin natin. So, that is now, Kp is equal to sine ng 90 multiplied by your pitch or your fractional pitch. Okay? Ayan. Pero ano nga ba ang pitch? So, going back to the formula a while ago, that is coil span over slots per pole. So, coil span over slots per pole. Okay? So, paano nga ba natin kukunin yung coil span dito? Okay? Yung coil span natin dito is what? Okay? So, from 1 to 8, so hanapin lang natin yung distansya nila sa isa't isa. Okay? Ayan. So, therefore, yung distansya nila sa isa't isa, so, ano lang natin? Kunin lang natin yung difference. So, therefore, 8 minus 1. So, 8 minus 1 all over slots per pole. So, that is 36 divided by 4. Okay? Take note yung coil span dito. This is the distance. Okay? So, this is now equal to what? So, 8 minus 1 all over 36 over 4. So, this is equal to 7 over 9. Okay? So, therefore, Kp now is equal to sine ng 90 multiplied by yung pitch natin. So, that is 7 over 9. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, sine ng 90 multiplied by 7 over 9. So, therefore, the answer is, okay, 0.9397. So, this is letter B. Okay? So, punta na tayo sa susunod, number 6. Okay? So, the windings of a 4-pole. So, 4-pole, pole is equal to 4. So, having 36 slots. So, slots is 36. So, coil span 1 to 8 is short pitch by blank degrees. Okay? So, hahanapin daw natin yung electrical degrees natin dito na pagka-short pitch niya. So, kanina nga, sabi ko sa inyo, balikan natin tong yung scenario kanina natin dito. So, kapag full pitch, 180 degrees. Okay? Pero kapag hindi naman siya full pitch, may fractional pitch siya. So, dito, for example, 150 degrees. So, therefore, yung short pitch niya dito, sa portion na to is 30 degrees. Okay? Paano natin nahanapin itong portion na to sa problem natin? Okay? So, ang gawin na lang muna natin, kunin natin yung short pitch. Okay? Paano natin kukunin yung short pitch? That is equal to 1 minus your fractional pitch. So, ito yung ating formula. Okay? Ayan. So, kunin natin yung fractional pitch or yung ating pitch. So, that is coil span all over slots per pole. So, this is now equal to 8 minus 1 all over 36 divided by 4. So, therefore, this is now 8 minus 1 all over 36 over 4. So, this is equal to 7 over 9. So, kunin natin yung short pitch. So, this is now 1 minus 7 over 9. So, this is now equal to 2 over 9. Okay? So, pagka nakuha na natin yung short pitch natin, so pwede na natin siyang kunin or yung ating theta dito, kunin natin by means of short pitch. So, therefore, yung ating theta E is equal to yung ating 180 degrees multiplied by your short pitch. So, therefore, this is now 180 multiplied by 2 over 9. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, 180 multiplied by 2 over 9 is equal to 40 degrees. Okay? So, pakitake note itong formula na to. Letter D. Okay, number 7. So, a 6-pole 3-phase alternator. So, number of poles is 6. So, has 72 slots and coil span that is equal to 1 to 10. What is the pitch factor or yung KP? Okay? So, edi kunin muna natin yung pitch or yung fractional pitch. So, this is now equal to coil span all over slots per pole. So, this is now equal to, okay, 10 minus 1 all over 72 divided by 6. So, therefore, this is now equal to 1. So, 10 minus 1 all over 72 divided by 6. And this is equal to 3/4. Okay. Then, kunin na natin yung KP. So, this is equal to sine ng 90 times yung pitch. So, therefore, this is now sine ng 90 multiplied by 3/4. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, sine ng 90 multiplied by 3/4. So, this is now 0.92387 or that is 0.924. And this is letter A. Okay, so let's move on to the next. So the harmonic which would be totally eliminated from the alternator using fractional pitch of 4/5 is blank. Okay, so take note po, we have your elimination of harmonics. Okay, so paano nga ba natin tatanggalin yung harmonics? Okay, so ito yung formula natin dito. Okay, so your KP will be equal to 0. And wherein, so with effect of harmonics, yung ating KP is equal to, okay, cosine ng 90 multiplied by N multiplied by your short pitch. Okay? where your n here now is equal to your number or your nth harmonic to be eliminated. And take note po, yung Kp dapat natin dito will be equal to 0. So kapag mag-eliminate tayo ng harmonic, yung Kp natin dito is equal to 0. And ito yung formula natin. So cosine of 90 multiplied by n multiplied by your short pitch. Ngayon, since short pitch yung nasa formula, binigyan tayo ng fractional pitch. So kunin muna natin yung short pitch. So short pitch now is equal to 1 minus fractional pitch. And this is equal to 1 minus 4 over 5. And therefore, this is 1 over 5. Okay? So, mag-trial and error na lang tayo dito. Okay? So, using choices. So, hanapin lang natin dito na kung saan yung KP natin magsisiro. So, sa third harmonic ba, seventh harmonic, fifth harmonic, or ninth harmonic? So, try natin si letter A. So, cosine ng 90 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 1 over 5. So, therefore, okay, so yung A natin, hindi siya nag-zero. So, therefore, hindi yan yung sagot. Okay, so A is not the correct answer. So, paste ko lang, no? So, A is not the correct answer. So, si B naman kaya. So, cosine ng 90 times 7 times 1/5. So, hindi rin. So, hindi siya yung tamang sagot kasi hindi siya nag-zero. So, how about si letter C? So, gawin nating 5. Nag-zero ba? So, therefore, kapag nag-zero yung ating KP, so, therefore, siya na yung sagot. The answer is letter C. So, kung gusto nyo ring itry yung 9 natin dito, pwede naman, pero hindi ko na isusulat. So, calculator na lang natin. So, hindi rin. So, therefore, the answer is letter C. Okay? So, letter C. Next, number 9. So, the disadvantage of a short pitch is that blank. Okay? So, take note po, the disadvantage of a short pitch coil is that yung voltage around the coil is somewhat reduced. Letter B. Kasi nga, na-short yung ating coil. Okay? Or short, medyo mas umano siya, no? Umiksi siya. Okay? So, therefore, the voltage will be reduced. Okay? So, punta na tayo sa next. Okay. Distribution factor or your breadth factor or your winding factor or your belt factor. O marami na to. Maraming pangalan to. Distribution, breadth factor, winding factor, or belt factor. So this is denoted as your KD. Okay? So ano naman tong KD na to? So your KD here is equal to sine of n times alpha over 2 all over n sine of alpha all over 2. Okay? So ano nga ba yung mga parameters natin dito. So, your KD is the distribution factor. Your N is the slots per pole per phase or in, ano natin dito, mathematical equation. So, this is slots per pole times space. Okay? Ayan siya. And then, yung ating ano dito, alpha, so this is your 180 degrees over slots per pole. So, ito yung pakitandaan yung mabuti. Okay? And also the formula. Okay? So, punta na tayo sa next topic. Okay, number 10. So, calculate the distribution factor or KD. So, KD yung unknown. So, for a 36 slot, so yung ating slots is 36. Number of poles is 4. Three-phase winding. Okay? So, take note po, ang KD natin ulit. So, this is equal to sine ng, okay, N times delta all over 2. So, alpha yung ginamit dito, no? O, alpha na lang rin gamitin ko. Okay? Alpha. So, alpha over 2 all over N sine ng alpha over 2. Okay? Ayan. So, take note po, ano ulit yung N natin dito? So, this is equal to slots per pole times phase sa baba. So, slots per pole times space. So, therefore, this is now equal to 36 divided by number of poles times ilang phase? 3 phase. So, this is times 3. So, therefore, this is now 36 divided by 4 times 3. So, therefore, this is equal to 3. Okay, how about your alpha? Alpha is equal to 180 over slots per pole. Okay, so 180 degrees over slots per pole. So therefore, this is now equal to 180 over slots. So this is 36 divided by 4. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 180 divided by 36 divided by 4. So this is equal to 20 degrees. So therefore, here now will be equal to what? So this is sine ng, okay, n is 3 times 20 all over 2 all over 3 sine ng 20 over 2. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So this is sine ng 3 times 20 over 2 all over 3 sine 20 over 2. So therefore, this is equal to 0.9597 or that is 0.96. Okay, so this is nearest to letter C. Okay. Next, number 11. So this is a unit analysis problem. So we have a 144 slots, has a whole coil 12 pole 3-phase winding. So that is number of pole is 12. Okay, 3-phase winding. So 3-phase. Okay. What is the number of coils per phase and per group respectively? Okay, so hanapin daw natin yung coils per phase and also the numbers of coils per group. Sir, paano na natin kukunin yung coils? Eh, walang coils dito. So, take note po dito for this type of problem. So, we will assume that the number of coils is equal to the number of slots. Kasi yan yung papasukan ng mga coils mo, di ba? Okay, so this is equal to the number of slots. And this is equal to 144 coils. Okay, so unahin natin yung coils per phase. So coils per phase. So since this is 3-phase, so this is now 144 over 3. And therefore, this is now equal to what? So 144 over 3. So this is equal to 48. Okay? And for your um, coils per group, so ano ba ang group? Okay? So wherein yung group is equal to phase multiplied by poles. Okay? So a group is equal to phase multiplied by poles. So therefore, this is now 144 coils all over. So three phase multiplied by the number of poles now is 12. So this is now group. Okay? So ito nanggaling dito. Ito nanggaling dito. Okay? So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 144 divided by 3 times 12. So this is now equal to 4 coils per group. So therefore, the answer is letter D. Okay? So number 12. Okay, pero bago tayo punta sa number 12, let's move on to your equation ng generated voltage in alternators. So for a three-phase alternator, ito siya. Okay, so yung ating EG per phase, take note po, yung ating EG dito, this is the generated voltage per phase. Naka per phase. Okay? Ayan. So, ano ba yung EG na yan? Okay, so we have the first formula, 4.44 times Kp times Kd times F times yung ating flux times yung ating P per phase. So, this is in terms of turns. Okay? Yung second formula naman natin, so that is 2.22 times Kp times Kd times yung ating F times yung ating number of flux times yung ating Z per phase. So this is in terms of conductors. Okay? Ayan. So ito yung mga parameters natin. So Eg per phase is generated voltage per phase. Kp is the pitch factor, so this is unitless. Okay, yung ating Kd, this is your distribution factor, winding factor, breadth factor, or spread factor. Unitless pa rin yan. Okay, so we have your F, that is your frequency. Okay, in hertz. So we have also your phi, or that's your flux per pole in Webers. Take note, SI. We have your T. So that is the numbers of turns. Dadagdagan ko lang ito. So this is turns per phase. Okay? So T is, or T per phase is the number of turns per phase. And yung ating Z dito, so kulang tayo ng parameter dito. Yung Z, this is your conductors per phase. So itong Z dito. Okay? Okay, paki-take note lang, no? So that if there is no given sufficient details in pitch and distribution, okay, so we will use a factor of 1 or a 100%. Kung wala siyang dinetalye about pitch and distribution factor. Pero kung binigyan siya ng mga slots per pole, ganon, so gamitin natin yung KP at saka KD or hanapin natin siya. Okay? Pero kapag sinabing full pitch, so diretsong 1 na yon or 100%. Okay? So ulitin ko, kapag full pitch, so yung KP natin dito is equal to 1. Okay? Sige. Let's move on to number 12. So dalawa lang, no? So yung isa, naka per turns, ito. Yung isa naman dito, yung 2.22, naka-conductors. Okay? Ayan. So, sige. Let's move on to number 12. So, we have a 4-pole, 3-phase, star. So, big sabihin Y. So, star-connected alternator has 12 slots. Okay? So, slots is 12. Okay, with 24 conductors per slot. Okay, conductors per slot. So this is equal to 24. And the flux per pole is 0.1 Weber sinusoidally distributed. Okay. Calculate the line EMF generated at 50 Hertz. Okay, so hanapin daw natin yung line EMF or yung ating EG line to line at 50 Hertz. So F equal to 50. Okay? Ayan. So since meron tayong conductors dito, so we will use the formula EG per phase is equal to 2.22 times KP/KD times yung ating F times yung ating flux times yung ating Z per phase. Okay? So since walang sinabi na na siya ba ay full pitch or may short pitch pa siya. So wala tayong walang details for for KP/KD. So we will assume KP equal to 1. So KD equal also to 1. So since no conditions included. Okay? Ayan. So sige, ano yun natin siya? Ano pa natin? Associate pa natin. So KP 1 na yan, KD 1. Okay, so yung F okay na. So yung ating phi okay na rin. So wala pa tayong Z per phase. Okay? So yung Z per phase is equal to conductors per phase. So therefore, this is now 24 conductors per slot multiplied by, para mawala yung slot, i-multiply natin sa 12 slots, divided by the number of phase. So ilang phase? 3 phase. Okay? So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 24 times 12 divided by 3. So therefore, this is equal to 96. Okay? So yung ating Z per phase. So this is your conductors per phase. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So EG now per phase is equal to 2.22 times 1 times 1 times 50 times 0.1 times 96. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So the answer is 1065.6. So this is equal to 1065.6 volts. Okay? But since siya ay Y, so therefore yung ating EG line to line is equal to square root of 3 ng EG per phase. Okay? So therefore, this is now equal to what? So square root of 3 ng 1065.6. So times lang natin to ng square root of 3. So therefore, the answer is 1845.67. So 1845.87 volts. And therefore, the answer is letter C. Okay? Sige, let's move on. Number 13. So we have a three-phase Y connected 50 Hertz two-pole synchronous machine has a stator with 2,000 turns of wire per phase. So yung ating turns per phase is equal to 2,000 turns per phase. Okay na tayo dito. So now, the question is this. What rotor flux would be required to produce a terminal voltage line to line that is 5 kilovolts. So, ano daw yung ating flux or yung phi? So, para makapag-produce ng terminal voltage, so meaning that is line to line, no? So, yung ating EGLL, so this is equal to 5 kilovolts. Okay? So, since flux yung tinatanong, so i-per phase analysis na lang natin to. So, for per phase analysis, so yung ating EG now per phase, so in terms of turns, so this is now equal to 4.44 Kp Kd times F times yung ating flux times yung ating turns per phase. Okay, but however, wala ulit tayong KPKD dito, wala tayong details. So therefore, we assume it to be 1. So KP is 1, KD is 1. Okay? And so therefore, this is now equal to. Okay, so this is now equal to what? So this is 5,000. Take note, this is line to line. Pero ang isasalpak natin is phase. So therefore, anong gagawin natin? So y siya. So meaning this is over square root of 3. Okay? So divided by square root of 3. So this is now equal to 4.44 times 1 times 1 times yung F times 50 yan. So times yung flux times yung ating turns per phase. So 2,000. So therefore, yung flux natin is equal to what? So 5 kilo over square root of 3 is equal to 4.44 times 1 times 1 times 50 times x times 2,000. So therefore, the answer is, okay, 6.5 times 10 to the negative 3 Webers. Or this is equal to 6.5 milliwebers. And this is letter B. Okay? Number 14. So we have a three-phase, 8-pole that is delta connected. So for this delta connected, so yung terminal voltage natin, meaning this is EG line to line, that is equal to 2,400 volts, while the line current is 500 amperes. So yung ating IA is 500 amperes. Okay. Now, if the machine is converted to Y, what will be the terminal voltage in volts? Okay. So, hanapin daw natin yung terminal voltage or line-to-line voltage kapag siya ay naka-Y. Okay? Ayan. So, yan yung hahanapin natin. So, paano ba yan? So, take note po kapag delta ulit. So, for delta, yung ating EG line-to-line is equal to EG per phase. Okay? So, this is equal to 2,400 volts. So, kung i-R natin yan, the drawing natin yan, ganito siya. Yan siya. So, ito, 2,400. So, yung EG per phase natin is 2,400 volts. So, ngayon, i-rewire natin siya. Gagawin natin siyang ganito. So, drawing na lang natin. Ayan siya. So, yung 2,400 dito na per face is mag-iiba na yan kapag line to line. Tama po ba? So, take note lang for line to line voltage in Y. So, this is equal to square root of 3 ng ating EG per phase. Okay? Kaya nga, mas maganda ang Y kapag siya ay source. Okay? Kasi nga, tumataas yung voltage. Magkakaroon ng step up of voltage. So, this is now equal to square root of 3 multiplied by 2,400. So, square root of 3 multiplied by 2,400. So, therefore, this is now 4,156.92. Okay, as you can see, no, tumaas yung voltage natin nung kinabit na natin siya in Y. Okay, kaya mas maganda kapag source, okay, natin naka-Y. And maganda rin yung source na naka-Y kasi nga merong neutral. Okay? Okay, so let's move on to number 15. So the following information is given in connection with alternator. So slot is 144, poles is 8, RPM or the speed is 900 RPM. So turns per coil. So turns per coil. So ilagay ko na lang dito. 6 turns per coil. Okay. Yung ating phi or yung ating flux, that is 1.8 times 10 to the 6. So this is Maxwell's. Okay, masyado mataas yan pag Webers, no? So we have coil span. So 1 to 16. Okay. Winding is whole coil, 3-phase. So 3-phase winding connection star. Okay, naka-Y. What is the voltage generated between terminals? So when we say between terminals, meaning this is line to line. Okay, so yan yung tinatanong. Or the rating, I should say. Okay, and so take note lang. So since meron ditong naka-turns, so pwede siguro natin yung gamitan ng 2.22 or depende sa inyo kung anong gusto ninyo. Okay? So, ang gamitin na lang natin is yung ating 4.44. Okay? Yung turns na lang kasi dito. So, therefore, yung EG per phase is 4.44. 4.44 times KP, KD, times F, times yung ating flux, times yung ating P per phase. Okay? So, sige. Try na natin siya. So, yung KP muna, no? Kasi may coil span. Okay? So, therefore, KP now is equal to sine ng 90 multiplied by your pitch. Okay? Pero, ano ba ang pitch natin dito? Pitch is equal to your coil span over slots per pole. So, this is now equal to 16 minus 1 all over 144 divided by 8. So, this is now equal to what? So, 16 minus 1 all over 144 over 8. So this is equal to 5/6. So therefore, Kp here is sine ng 90 multiplied by 5/6. So therefore, this is now equal to, so sine ng 90 multiplied by 5/6 is, okay, so this is 0.9659 or 0.966. Okay, so okay na tayo sa Kp. Kd naman. So Kd tayo. So this is equal to sine ng n multiplied by alpha over 2 all over n sine ng alpha over 2. Okay? Ayan. So therefore, dito, kunin natin yung n muna. So n is equal to slots per pole per phase. So slots per pole times space. So dito. So this is now equal to, slots is 144, number of poles 8 times phase 3. So this is now equal to 144 divided by 8 times 3. So this is equal to 6. So n equal to 6. Then ano pa? Okay, yung ating alpha. Alpha is equal to 180 degrees over slots per pole. So 180 over slots per pole. So ano ba ang slots natin? 144 divided by 8. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 144 divided by 8. So this is 10. Okay, so apply natin dito. So KD now is sine ng 6 times 10 over 2 all over 6 multiplied by sine of 10 over 2. So this is now equal to what? So sine ng 60 over 2 over 6 times sine ng 5. So therefore, this is 0.956. Okay? So okay na rin to. So frequency natin, wala pa. Okay? So paano ba tayo kukuha ng frequency? So your F here is equal to Pn over 120. So therefore, number of poles, 8 times RPM, 900, all over 120. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 8 times 900, all over 120. So therefore, this is 60 Hertz. Okay? Yan. So kapag walang sinabing frequency and meron tayong binigay na RPM, so ito yung gagamitin natin. So for the frequency, paki-take note ito. So, okay na to, 60 Hertz. So, meron na rin tayong flux, pero i-convert natin to sa Webers. Okay? So, yung flux natin, convert natin sa Weber. So, this is 1.8 times 10 to the 6 Maxwells multiplied by in 1 Weber, that is 10 raised to 8 Maxwells. So, cancel lang to. So, this is now equal to what? So, 1.8 times 10 raised to 6 divided by 10 raised to 6. 10 raised to 8, I should say. So this is equal to 0.018 Webers. Okay? So how about sir yung turns per phase? Okay? So yan. So paano natin kukunin yung turns per phase? So meron tayo ditong turns per coil na 6. So, 6 turns per coil. And take note po, balikan natin yung kanina. So, the number of coils is equal to the number of slots. Okay? So, therefore, we can say this also, turns per coil here is equal to 6 turns per slot. Okay? So, anong gagawin na natin dito? So, multiply lang natin to ng number of slots. So, this is times 144 slots. Then, i-divide natin siya sa phase. Okay. So, this is now equal to your turns per phase. Okay. So, 6 times 144. So, 864 turns all in all. So, divide natin siya sa 3. So, divided by 3. So, this is equal to 288. Okay, so therefore, this is now EG per phase is equal to 4.44 multiplied by KP 0.966 multiplied by yung ating KD 0.956 multiplied by your F that is 60 Hertz multiplied by your flux, so that is 0.018 multiplied by your turns per phase, so this is 288. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 4.44 times 0.966 times 0.956 times 60 times 0.018 multiplied by 280. So this is now 1,275.36 volts. Pero ang gusto natin dito between terminals. So anong gagawin lang natin? So ita-times natin siya ng square root of 3. Okay, so since naka-Y, so yung ating EG line to line is equal to square root of 3 ng EG per phase. So therefore, this is now times square root of 3. So therefore, this is now 2,208.99. So 2,208.99 volts. Letter B. Okay? So punta na tayo sa next, number 16. So we have a 4-pole on open circuit generates 200 volts. So yung ating EG is 200 volts at frequency that is equal to 50 Hertz when the field current IF is equal to 4 amperes. So determine the generated EMF. So yung ating EG now for the second condition. So ano naman daw yung magiging EG daw natin at a speed N that is equal to 1,200 RPM and at a field current of 3 amperes. So, neglecting saturation the iron parts. Okay? Ayan. So, paano daw natin kukunin yung EG? Okay? So, take note po, may relationship tayo dito for your EG ulit. Okay? So, your EG is directly proportional to your frequency multiplied by your flux. So this is for alternators. So kung sa DC generators, yung nandito, speed, dito sa alternators, um, frequency na. Okay? Ayan. So ito yung nagbago for alternators. Yung frequency. Yung speed dati, naging frequency. Okay? Ayan. So take note lang dito. Okay? So paano ba natin kukunin yung frequency ng second condition? So for F2, so therefore that is Pn over 120. Okay? So dito. So therefore this is now equal to what? So this is now 4 pole multiplied by 1,200 all over 120. So ilang hertz ito? So 4 times 1,200 all over 120. So this is 40 hertz. So this is now your F2. Okay? Ayan. So therefore, EG2 over EG1 is equal to F2 times flux 2 all over F1 times yung flux 1 natin. Okay, so for an alternator, so katulad na rin ng dati, okay, so in terms of field, so yung ating flux dito is directly proportional to your feed current. Okay, so therefore, ang mangyayari dito now is equal to, so EG2 over EG1 is equal to F2 times yung ating field current 2 all over your frequency 1 times yung ating field current 1. Okay? So, ito na yung working equation natin. So, therefore, this is now EG2 over EG1, so 200 is equal to, okay, yung frequency natin, that is 40 times field current, so 3 all over 50 times 4. So therefore, EG2 now is equal to what? So this is 200 multiplied by 40 times 3 all over 50 times 4. So therefore, this is now 120 volts. Letter D. Okay? So, punta na tayo sa next. Number 17. Okay. So, pero bago yan, so ito muna, no, discuss muna natin yung total harmonic distortion. So, take note po for alternators kasi, ang nangyayari is that yung voltage natin na sinusoidal sana na ma-generate niya is ang mangyayari dyan is hindi yan magiging perfect. Meron niyang mga spikes, okay, eventually. So, this is due to harmonics. Okay? So ngayon, yung THD now or total harmonic distortion is a measurement that tells you how much of the distortion of a voltage or current is due to harmonics on the signal. Okay? So take note po, yung PHD natin is important aspect in audio communications and power systems. So ang pinaka main goal natin dito is to generate a voltage that is purely sinusoidal. Walang spikes, okay? Kaya ang ginagawa natin dito, ini-eliminate natin to. So yung goal natin dito is to eliminate harmonics. Okay? Diyan na papasok yung short pitch. Okay? So, na-eliminate natin yung harmonics using your short pitches. Kaya hindi natin lagi ginagamit yung full pitch kasi ma-harmonic yun. Okay? So, kaya gumagamit na ng short pitches, meron tayong fractional pitch para mawala or ma-eliminate ang harmonic. Okay? So, para ang goal natin is ito. Ito yung goal mo. So your goal is to produce a pure sinusoidal voltage. Ayan. So, ano na yung THD natin or yung total harmonic distortion? So, your THD or the total harmonic distortion is the sum of the squares of the percentage harmonic content. Sum of the squares of the percentage harmonic content. So, ito yung i-take note natin itong formulang to. So, that is equal to the square root of the sum of the squares of the percentage harmonic content. So, square root, no? Okay? So, sige, try natin to number 17. So, we have a three-phase Y alternator having a sinusoidal voltage or line potential. So, with 5% fifth harmonic content, so yung ano dito, fifth harmonic daw is 5%. So, paki-troubleshoot to. Troubleshoot. So, this must be 3%. Okay? So, 3% seventh harmonic content. So, we have also 1.5% 11th harmonic content and 0.85% 13th harmonic content. So what is the total harmonic distortion of the system line voltage? So ano daw yung ating PHD dito? Okay? Total harmonic distortion. So this is THD is equal to the square root of the sum of the squares of percentage harmonic. Okay? So, ano lang natin to, no? Sum of the squares of the percentage harmonic. So, this is now equal to the square root of, okay, 5% for the fifth harmonic. So, this is the quantity squared. So, plus 3% the quantity squared plus 1.5% the quantity squared plus 0.85% the quantity squared. Sum of the squares of the percentage harmonics. Okay, so therefore this is now equal to what? So square root ng 5% squared plus 3% squared plus 1.5% the quantity squared plus 0.85% the quantity squared. So therefore, this is now equal to 0.0608. Tama ba? Yeah, tama. So this is now equal to 6.08%. And this is nearest to letter C. Okay, next tayo, number 18. So a 100 megavolt ampere 13.8 kV three-phase Y connected alternator will have a per phase nominal impedance of blank. So take note po where when we say per phase nominal impedance, so this is actually your base impedance. So ano po ba ang base impedance? So yung Z base natin is equal to your voltage squared over, okay, S. Okay? So therefore here, so yung voltage natin is ito and yung S natin is itong 100 megavolt ampere. So therefore this is now 13.2 times 10 raised to 3 squared all over S, that is okay 100 mega. Okay? So therefore, this is now your nominal impedance. Okay? So therefore, this is now 13.2 kilo, the quantity squared, all over 100 mega. So therefore, this is now equal to, okay, 13.2 ba? Ay, 13.8 pala. Okay. Ayan, 13.8 dito. So, palitan lang natin siya ng 8. Kaya para parang iba. Okay, so this is now equal to 1.9044 ohms. And this is now letter C. Okay, so punta na tayo sa next, number 19. So, pero bago yan, so let's move on to your next topic. Okay, your DC resistance test. Okay? Ayan. For example, we have here an alternator. Okay, may alternator tayo dito. And we are, kinabitan natin siya ng ohmmeter. Ano ba ang ohmmeter? So, this is used to measure resistance. Okay? So, paano ba ang pagkabit natin sa ohmmeter? So, terminal to terminal. So, yung terminal dito at yung terminal dito. So, therefore, ang mame-measure niya na resistance natin is etong buong to. Okay? Ayan. So, therefore, yung mame-measure natin dyan is twice. Okay? So, twice ng reading nito. So, therefore, kung kukunin lang natin yung armature resistance per phase, dito, R per phase in Y. So, therefore, this is now 1/2 ng total resistance natin dito or ng ating reading doon sa may terminal resistance, RT. Okay? So, wherein yung RA per phase natin is your armature resistance per phase. And yung ating RT, so hindi ko nasulat. So, RT is equal to your terminal resistance natin. Okay? Terminal DC resistance. Okay? So, punta na tayo sa delta. So, how about naman sa delta? So, for example, nagkabit tayo dito ng ohmmeter. So, kapag delta yan, so yung ating RA in delta is equal to 3/2 ng, okay, RT. So, wherein ulit, yung RT natin is your terminal DC resistance in delta and yung ating RA, that is your armature resistance per phase in delta. Okay, ito siya. So, yung RT, this is your terminal DC resistance. Okay, so number 19. So, we have a generator that is rated 100 megawatts. So, S is 100 megawatts, 13.8 kV. Okay, this is line to line, no? And 0.9 power factor. So, the effective resistance to ohmic resistance is 1.5. Okay? So, take note po anong sinasabi niya dito. This is actually the ratio. Okay? So, ratio to. So, effective resistance to ohmic resistance, or that's your, tama, R ohmic, is equal to 1.5. And this is also your RAC all over RDC. Okay? Ayan. So, effective resistance is equal to your RAC, and yung ohmic resistance natin, that is your RDC. Okay? So, the ohmic resistance is obtained by connecting two terminals to a DC source. The current and voltage are, okay, so ito yung reading natin. So, yung ating voltage reading is 6 volts and yung ating current reading or ammeter reading is 87.6 amperes. What is the resistance per phase? Okay, so anong binabanggit ditong resistance? This is actually your effective resistance. Okay? So therefore, kunin muna natin yung RDC dito. Okay? Kasi ito yung ano natin, no? Ang ohmic resistance is obtained by connecting to the two terminals to a DC source. Okay? Ayan. So meaning ito yung DC part natin. Okay? Ayan. So kunin lang natin yung RDC. So since this is Y, no? Ito na gamitin na natin to. Okay. So yung RT natin can be obtained by your VR reading and yung ating I reading. Okay? Ayan. So therefore, kunin lang natin yung RDC. So this is now equal to 1/2 ng RT. So therefore, this is now 1/2 ng RT, that is V reading. So 6 over 87.6. So therefore, RDC now is equal to 0.5 multiplied by 6 over 87.6. So therefore, this is now equal to 0.042, or gawin na lang natin, kunin na lang natin yung fraction. So 5 over 146. Okay? So kunin na rin natin dito yung effective resistance or yung RAC. Okay? So RAC now over RDC, which is 5 over 146. Ito yon. So this is now equal to 1.5. So therefore, RAC now, or your effective resistance, is equal to 1.5 multiplied by 5 over 146. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So times natin ng 1.5. So therefore, this is 15 over 292, or RAC now is equal to 0.0514. So 0.0514 ohms. And this is letter, okay, letter B. Okay, number 20. So a single phase alternator gives 250 amperes. So yung ating I is 250 amperes. And yung voltage natin, V, that is equal to 1,200 volts. So what is the output of the machine in kVA, or yung ating S? So take note po, single phase tayo, no? So single phase, so therefore, yung S natin dito is V times I lang. So this is now 1,200 times 250. So 1,200 times 250. So this is equal to, so eng lang natin. So this is now 300 times 10 raised to 3 volt ampere, or this is now 300 kVA. And this is letter A.